Make.com have just launched a brand new feature called AI agents. So this is actually in beta right now. It's still a brand new feature. I'm going to be testing it out today and seeing what we can build with it, how it works, etc. If you want to get more details about how this works, this is not like the processes before where you had to build out manual scenarios and then you would use make.com for an automation and it would kind of build an AI agent, but it wasn't that smooth. It wasn't that easy to do. And also it just kind of felt like you were duct taping everything together. Whereas this is kind of like a no code version of NA10 and it's a bit easier, it's a bit faster to use, etc. It's a really good way to do automation. So we're going to be running through it today. It's probably one of the easiest ways to build AI agents if you've never done this before. You can get it on the make.com $10 a month plan. So I was on the free plan before, and when I was on the free plan, you couldn't get access to this beta version. It didn't appear in the menu. So if you don't see it, just go to organization, go to subscription, subscribe to the $10 a month plan, and then you'll see the beta version unlocked right here. And from here, you can start building out your AI agents. Okay. So what's this good for? Well, it gives you better versions of automation. It's adaptive. It runs with all your scenarios, etc. And it's also kind of like a centralized AI agent where it links to multiple workflows and scenarios. We'll test how that works in a second. You can see what it looks like. Basically, it works in 3 simple steps. So I think you can define your AI agent. Like you see right here, there's a module for make AI agent. Then you're going to deploy that across your workflows, like you can see, so you can see where it's linked to, and then you adapt it to your environment. So we're going to be testing this out today, just seeing how it goes and building some AI agents live. By the way, anything that we build, we'll put inside the AI Profit Boardroom. This actually comes with tons of make.com automations already. So if you type in make.com in the search bar here, you'll see all these. I mean, we have a ridiculous amounts of different make.com automations, like you see right here with DeepSeek, 12 templates right there, ChatGPT 4.1, etc. Anything when it comes to AI agents, you can basically build with make.com, and we've got all the templates. You can just click, copy, and install from us directly inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description. All right. So we're gonna get straight back into this, and we'll kick it off by creating a new agent. Again, this is like one of the first times I'm using this, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And you can actually choose different connections here. So you can see, for example, we've got Anthropic, we've got Grok, Mistral, OpenAI, etc. Let's click on add here and see if we can just add free APIs. So yeah, you can actually link Gemini AI, and that will allow you to build AI agents for free. All right. So for example, if we go to aistudio.com, already you've just made your money back because you know how to get the free API. So if you go back to Google AI Studio, you can create a free logo, free API key right here. Demystify AI says make and NA10 are going to push each other forward and keep getting better. I absolutely agree. I think it's good that they've got competition, and it's only going to make things more competitive, which means better results for us, right? So we're going to get this API key. I will delete this after the video, but essentially we're going to plug that API key in over here. And now we've got Gemini plugged in to this bad boy. And then we can call this whatever we want. So let's, just for a totally random example, let's call this service customer service agent. And then we can select the model. So let's see what we got here. It's interesting actually that you look at the models that you get. So you get 1.5 Pro, 1.5 Flash. You don't seem to get any of the new models on this. So I'm just going to stick with 2.0 Flash for now. Honestly, I don't think that's great. I would much rather prefer to use Gemini 2.5 Pro, but I actually can't see it from the list. Look at that. So it's not on there, my friends. It's not on there. All right. So once we've done this, we can then just give it the instructions. So let's say, for example, I'm going to take this. This is inside the AI Profit Boardroom as well. We're just going to create like an SEO bot based on these details, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, here's my process, right, for doing this. If you want to learn how to do it, right? So I'm going to take a prompt that I like to use for automated tasks. So let's say, for example, I want to automate SEO. Well, I'm going to take the prompt that I like to use for that, like you see right here from this SOP, and then I'm going to go into ChatGPT. Inside ChatGPT, we're going to say, turn this into a prompt where my AI agent takes my keyword and then writes the content based on the prompt below, right? And we say, turn this into a system message, all right? If you want that, by the way, I'll put it inside the make.com automation section, all right? So we'll put that in there. how to prompt with ChatGPT. And this will just help you come up with a good system message that you can train the AI to use when you're building out the AI agents. So we'll hit save on that. Hopefully this works. I'm just going to have a quick scan through this. Sometimes, ChatGPT is a bit weird, but we'll see what it comes back with. It seems to be okay, to be fair. Look at that. So at the end of the article, include the CTAs. Okay, include this, include this. Here's the guidelines for content creation. Here's the inputs, etc. And I would delete the content outline input because it's just going to make it more confusing. So let's do that. Fight like a brick. This is random. I came across a bird-related site that you made low. That was from a long time ago. And Alston Chang says, you are very efficient, man. I'm happy to help, mate. Happy to help. All right. So let's keep going right now. We're going to grab this like so. And this is our system message. All right. So if you want to create a good system message from a.com, just steal this process from me. Again, the whole SOP. We'll turn this whole video into an SOP, but if you just want that prompt, it's right there. If you want prompt examples, right there. All right. So let's go back into Make. And Alexis says, hey man, love your N8N content. Greetings from Peru. Shout out to Alexis. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you watching. And then we're going to grab the system prompt like so. We'll plug that in. We'll hit save. And we'll see what we're doing here. All right. By the way, if you're watching the replay of this back and you want to jump on the live calls, the schedule inside the AI Profit One, just go to the calendar here and you'll see the schedule for weekly live calls if you want to ask questions to us. Okay. So we've added the system prompt. Now here's where it gets interesting. Here's where it changes a little bit. All right. System tools section. You see here it says these are scenarios your agent can always access to make decisions and complete tasks. This is where you can plug in scenarios from other make.com templates, and then you can plug these into your AI agent, right? So it can work across multiple workflows. But the cool thing about this is that you've got like a centralized AI agent, and it's so easy to connect it to all your other scenarios, right? Whereas inside N8N, that can be quite technical and confusing if you've never done it before. Miguel asks, how long do you plan to be live? Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. See if I'm any good at this or not. If it goes terribly wrong, it won't be a long live. But let's see how it goes. Maybe 1 hour, 90 minutes, something like that. All right. So inside the system tools section here, we can add our scenarios. All right. So we can connect all the scenarios that we've built previously to this AI agent. Now, what's interesting here is you're only going to see scenarios that are on demand or immediately, right? And what does that mean? You might be thinking, well, how does that work? Especially if you've never built AI agents before. So if we go back onto make.com here, let me show you what I mean. I hate the bit where you have to log in. Like there should just be a dashboard button here, to be honest. Make.com, that would make it a lot faster and easier. So if we go back into make.com here, we've got all these scenarios. These are all the different tools that we've built, right, for creating like AI agents and stuff like that. And so the way that a lot of these are set up is they're not on demand. And what I mean by that is, for example, if we look at this one, the way this is set up is like it has to watch Google Sheets for new rows before it can go off and complete the task. That means that it's not going to show up here because it's not like on demand, right? It's not immediately available. There's, for example, let's have a look at the foreign SEO bulk content generator. If we go back, here we go. And this is, I think you would have to click on demand like that to make that show up inside make.com, all right? So what we'll do is we'll create a scenario and then we'll train our AI agent to be able to help us to do stuff, right? So we'll come back to that in a second. Let's see what we got. We got the email virtual assistant. What I'm interested to see here is if we create a new scenario, can this just like pull in emails from make.com? Again, this is the first time I'm using it, so let's see what we got here. We're going to watch the emails. And we'll just go for all emails. Let's see what we got here. Let's come back to that later. All right. So we're going to connect this to the content outline producer, just as an example. Or what else we got here? Maybe the DeepSeek R1 virtual assistant. Maybe we'll connect it to that. We'll add those in. All right. Let's go back inside here. I know what we can do. Let's go back here. So if we go scenarios, let's see what we got. With the email virtual assistant. And then if we change that to on demand, hit save. And then if we go inside may.com, refresh the page here. And hit save. There we go. Right. So we now, what we've done is we've made this on demand, the email virtual assistant. And then once we refresh the page, save the workflow, you can see that it's available to access right here. So if we click on the tick sign, we can add this in. So that is connected to our email virtual assistant. We'll hit save there. Then if we go back to AI agents, click on the AI agent over here, view scenario. And then it looks like we can basically make AI agents at the end, right? So you see, for example, if we look at this scenario here, we've got Gmail, that creates a chat completion, that goes over to Gmail to send, and then we have the AI agent at the end. All right, so make AI agent, like so. And then we select the AI agent that we want to use. And that will allow us to use our AI agent that has access to doing stuff, right? Then you can add additional system instructions, thread ID, extra messages, and that's how you connect your AI agents inside the workflow. And if you want all the links from today, get them inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So everything that I'm talking about, I put it inside the AI Profit Boardroom just because YouTube doesn't really like you putting too much links inside your descriptions. The algorithm kind of penalizes you for like sending people away from YouTube. So I only put links to our funnels inside the YouTube description. But yeah, if you want to get access to all the links from today, just get it inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So basically, it looks like it's quite confusing. I'll be honest with you, but basically, it looks like you can add you can add scenarios to your AI agent, like you can see right here. You can view the scenario, and then you can add that AI agent inside your scenarios, so that I guess it's got access to different workflows and different scenarios, so it can run different stuff at the same time. It's an interesting one. I'm not sure what the use cases are for this versus like just normally using it, but let's test them for now here. So I wonder if it can just like pull in my emails, for example. Or what we're going to be using this for. Let's have a look here. So let's see, when you create an AI agent, you provide the agent with its definition, purpose, and constraints. These definitions form the base. When you use an agent in a scenario, you provide the agent with tools to reach the goal you send in the message. Still not 100% clear on the benefits of this. So let's change the system message now. So we'll say, okay, you're a helpful AI assistant for Julian Goldie. All right, we'll hit save on that. And then it's going to do, we're going to delete that. And then what we'll do here is we'll create a new scenario where it's like, okay, see what we got. Maybe like a content creation. We'll clone an old workflow here and change this to content creator. We'll delete that. Delete that module. And we'll just change this to something like maybe, see what we got, maybe 2.5 Pro. Let's change that run scenario to on demand. So we'll hit save there. All right, so we've changed that to on demand. That's our content creator. We'll hit save changes on that. Then what we're going to do is we'll go back to the customer service agent. We'll add the description. All right, so this helps your agent understand the scenario's purpose and when to use it. Maximum limit is 240 characters. All right, so let's hit save on that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this out. So I'm going to say delete that module here. All right, so delete the WordPress module. Save that. Basically, this scenario, it takes keywords from a spreadsheet, plugs them through OpenRouter to create content. I just want to check as well, is this working? Can we just do a test on that? Let's just run that. Yeah, we got to re-add the credentials here as well. Just make sure the OpenRouter connection is working. If you're not using OpenRouter, by the way, for your scenarios, who are you? Yeah, okay, perfect. That's working now. So we can stop that or stop that. And then inside here, I'm just going to change it to something a bit faster, actually. So we'll put Flash for now, just to make it quicker. It's a lot faster. If you want a fast API for like really quick agents, typically Gemini Flash is pretty good simply because it's really quick and it has a higher tokens per second. So now what we can do is we can go back here, we'll put content creator, we'll add the description, we'll say it creates content for SEO based on keywords, hit save, hit add, hit save on that. Why does that not come up? Look at that, that's weird, isn't it? It says active. Okay, now we're going to add it. There we go. All right, beautiful. So that's added now. So it's connected to a scenario. So if we build a new scenario now, let's delete that. Or let's create a new scenario now. What is OpenRouter? OpenRouter is basically a marketplace which has like all the models connected in one place, right? So if you grab an API key from OpenRouter, you just go to you just create an account, go to keys, create a key. Then inside OpenRouter, you'll get all these different models, right? So for example, like Microsoft or Gemini, etc. These are all free models that you can use. And so what you can essentially do is, whether you're building on NA10 or make.com or any sort of platform, you can use these AI models for free, quite a lot of them, right? So you see here, for example, like Microsoft is free. You can connect that inside your make.com integration, inside the OpenRouter module, and then you can start coding out for free. All right. So let's see what we got here. What I'm going to do as well, so I'm going to see inside my content creator scenario. So if we go back, there we go. It's at the bottom. It says sort by A to Z, but then content creator is at the bottom. It doesn't make any sense. All right. So if we click on this, this is our scenario. I'm just wondering if we can just have like a singular module like that. So it creates a chat completion based on that. But let's see. So I'm gonna have my make AI agent over here. There we go. Run an agent. That's connected to our scenario. We're going to choose the customer service agent. So that's the one connected to the content creator, like we've done. And then if we go over here and we're like, right, okay, go into WordPress, create a post. Can we connect the outputs from the make AI agent directly to WordPress? Let's test it out. So I'm going to connect this to Julian Goldie. Val says, thanks for answering. Happy to help you. Appreciate you joining as a new member. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Val. And so let's keep going now. Val, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask as we go along. But essentially what we want to do is we want to get the response from the make AI agent and plug it maybe into WordPress, but let's see if it actually works or not. So I'm just going to put test inside the content. I'll put make AI agents, output. I don't know if this is going to work. Like I said, this is the first time I'm using it, so we're testing it out. We'll ignore that. Ignore this. Test. Do we need to put the text? Look, status will put draft. Val, thank you for being a member. I think, yeah, you're actually a lady. So I'm very sorry for saying sir, miss. I'll call you. So let's keep going now. Before we dig a hole, we're going to save that now. And we've got this connected. All right. Let's see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's check it out. See what happens here. So what did we actually get back from the AI agent? What's it done here? Execute. And then it's answered, how can I assist you today? All right. So if we have a spreadsheet with keywords, let's see if this works. We'll put the sheet name. We're going to choose manually off the list here. We'll take the keyword from our spreadsheet and see if we can connect that to our AI agent. That doesn't do very much, huh? Your helpful assistant for AI. How can I help you today? Can't get my head around it. All right, so we got the scenario inputs here. Scenario inputs and outputs allow you to send data to a scenario and retrieve data for it. That's what we need to start the module, right? So it says, if you want to send data to the agent, you have to use scenario outputs in the scenario output module. Val asks, do you want my help? Absolutely. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking there. Let's see what we got here. Maybe there's some tutorials online that we can use. Let's see, this looks good. This is at anthemcreation.com. Create an agent, configuring the language template, blah, blah, blah. Write the system prompt, pretty simple. Create a tool. So create a new make.com scenario. Let's try that. So we'll create a new scenario, discard that. Here we go. Set it to on-demand mode. Define custom inputs to be used as parameters. Scenarios, inputs, and outputs. Build your automation logic, terminate with a return output to return results to the AI agent. So here's in the scenario. Trigger. Let's have a look what we got here. That's not particularly helpful. Give it to sub-scenarios. Okay. So for example, create a Google Doc tool. And then you set up your main agent prompt and then link it to a trigger. So a Slack message to trigger the AI agent. So let's see if I need to trigger it. Okay. Can we link Discord? As a trigger. So watch the channel. Okay. So watch channel messages. Let's create a connection. We'll add it to our Goldie Agency server. Authorize that. Channel ID. Okay. So if I go onto my Discord here, and we're going to add a new channel. Let's have a look what we got here. We'll create a new channel called AI Agent. And then inside the AI Agent channel, let's have a look. I'm just going to edit this channel, remove people from it. There we go. All right, so we've linked that to Discord now. All right, so we've got the AI agent channel, and that's basically going to trigger the automation. So let's put AI agent right here. We'll just refresh the list of Discord channels to plug in. Here we go. From now on, we're going to connect that to our AI agent. Here we go. Now, if we go back to that tutorial here, so link it to a trigger, Slack bot. The demo Slack message triggers the AI agent. It reads your message and decides what to do based on your prompt and tools. Okay, so it takes your message here, sends that to the AI agent, and then you can create a message, I guess, right? So let's see if we can take the message from the thread ID. Use that as a prompt, maybe. We'll use a customer service agent. There we go. And then if we add Discord, send a message, and we'll send the output from the AI agent. And let's take the message from the AI agent. So what we got here, make AI agents run, response. Okay, so I guess it would be the response, right? Or is it the arguments and the text? We'll pop them all in just in case, and we'll figure it out later. All right, so if we change that to the scenario is not saved yet. Okay, let's save it. And we'll change that to on demand, maybe. Or regular intervals. We'll change that to every minute. Hit save. Hit save on that. Go back to Discord. Go, are you working? And I wonder if that's actually going to work or not. Let's test it out. So we'll hit run once. The operation failed with an error, missing access. Why does it have missing access? Maybe it needs to be a public channel. I'm going to edit that channel. Hit save on that. Let's see if that works instead. Oh, that works. Boom shakalaka. Woo. That actually worked, my friends. I'm absolutely loving it. Look at that. I mean, it looks terrible. Don't get me wrong. It looks absolutely terrible, but it works. So we're starting with something that actually works. I'm happy with that. All right. So we wanted to take the content. We'll hit save on that. We'll try that again. And why did that fail to send an error? Invalid form body. What does that mean? Oh, there we go. All right. So when I'm looking at the responses here of what's sent back to Discord, essentially you can see you got like the thread ID, which is like, how can I help you today? You got the messages that were originally here. But we want to be using this. All right, so the raw response. So we're going to select that as the response inside the message. And it says at least one of the following parameters is required. I think that should work now, but let's test it out. Yeah. Now that's better formatting, isn't it? We'll delete that. We've created an AI agent inside Discord. Beautiful. Okay, now it'd be good if that would just work like instantly. If it's on demand, does that mean it's going to work? It's not going to work instantly, is it? On demand. I guess that only runs when you want it to. And this is a maximum number of results to be worked with during the execution cycle. We'll put 2 for now. We save on that. I says, how can I assist you with your SEO content creation needs? All right, so let's zoom in on this bad boy. And we'll say, create an article about SEO training in Japan. Just going to mute that as well. Takes ages to reply though, doesn't it? Why is it not replying straight away? They don't show you this in the demo videos. That is taking absolutely ages. Surely that's longer than 1 minute, isn't it? It's 9:52 now. We sent it at 9:51. The automation is scheduled to run every minute, which is weird. Maybe we have to change it to on demand. That's been a minute, isn't it? It says, create an article about SEO training in Japan. Yes, please create content on the keyword best running shoes for plantar facilities. Not very good. Not very good. All right, let's try it on demand. Maybe that'll work better. And that's AI here. How to make this workflow work instantly. Like a chatbot. To be fair, it is running now. We have a look here. To see, it's probably creating the article there. Oh, what's going on here? We asked for help and it's totally broken. So the workflow is already set to trigger instantly with the watch channel messages module, which activates as soon as a message is received in Discord. And then it said, however, I noticed the run AI agent module was replaced with the run actor model. What are we doing here? Why have you done that? What happened to our AI agent? That's unbelievable. Yeah, if you're wondering how this works, so this resets every 7 days. So we've got 99 out of 100 credits to build stuff with. So let's plug this in. We're going to put make AI agents over here, run an AI agent, connect automatically. We're going to set this up all over again, which is kind of annoying. And you might be wondering why. It's because we clicked on the help and it totally messed things up. So let's unlink that. Plug this back in. Plug that back in. We should be good to go on that. It said, okay, I've created content for the best running shoe. It seems obsessed with that keyword, plantar fasciitis. Oh. Let's change that back to yeah, this is average at best. I'm going to say NA10 is just so much better for AI agents. My honest review, it just doesn't seem that easy to set up. And there's no real like documentation on how to use this or what sort of workflows you can use with it. There's no details here. It doesn't seem to work instantly as well when I've posted on. And there's just not much happening there, is there? Maybe I just need to figure it out better, but from what I can see, this is distinctly average. Like there's not much going on here. And it's not really doing anything. It's not replying to me. I think you'd get much better outputs with NA10, honestly. I'm disappointed. Maybe I just have to research more and figure out more, but just from the documentation that I can see and everything else, it's just not that interesting. But I'm going to have to try it out more. If I figure this stuff out, I'll let you know. I'll create a video about it. But otherwise, thanks very much for watching. So, thanks so much for watching. If you want to get my community for making money and saving time with AI, feel free to get that. Honestly, for now, I'm not recommending AI agents with Make. I just don't think it's that straightforward or easy to use. I know people got confused with scenarios before, but I would say AI agents are even harder to work with. So, yeah. And if you want to get everything inside the AI Profit Boardroom, including how to grow your business with AI, how to set up automations, etc. Feel free to get that. And if you want a free SEO strategy session, feel free to get that link in the comments description to book in a free call. Here's how we'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visits this month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot. And on this free link building acceleration session, you'll get a custom tailored game plan to generate more lead sales and profits with SEO. Feel free to get that link in the comments and description. I'm going to spend more time figuring out this AI agent stuff with make.com because right now, from what I can see, it just doesn't seem that powerful. Probably have to just research and look at more scenarios and how to use them and that sort of thing. But it's promising. It's just it needs to reply a lot faster. And there's no documentation on how to use it or set it up. And you're kind of relying on random blogs to help you figure it out. All right. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.